ET Final Score is brought to you by Ashley Furniture.
Good afternoon, East Texas. We have breaking news this afternoon. We have learned that the two men currently serving life sentences for the infamous 1983 Kilgore Kentucky Fried Chicken murders are again asking a judge to look into this case. Romeo Pinkerton and his cousin Darnell Hartsfield are asking for new DNA evidence. Kenneth Dean from our staff broke this story earlier. He joins us now. Kenneth, what is this new information all about?
Well, the new information that they are requesting is they are asking a judge to rule in their favor on this motion to have this DNA retested by an independent laboratory, not the DPS laboratory and not a laboratory that was used by the prosecution in the past.
Now, DNA evidence was very important in both of their convictions, correct?
That's correct, yes. Romeo Pinkerton actually went through about 3 weeks of trial before he changed his plea to guilty, and his cousin, of course, went all the way through and was found guilty by a jury. And they were like about 2 years apart on their trials.
So in both cases, there were DNA evidence that was said to be recovered from the scene.
Yes. In Romeo Pinkerton's case, it was a drop of blood found on a napkin on the floor in the KFC, and in the Hartsfield case, it was a single drop of blood on the bottom of a receipt box underneath the front counter of the restaurant.
So are they alleging in this new court record that this evidence was tainted or mishandled? Or
They are alleging misuse and mishandling of evidence. They're saying that they've never been in that restaurant, they were never there in Kilgore in that restaurant, and that if there was any DNA that belonged to them, that it was planted there by law enforcement.
So what happens now?
Well, we have to see what the judge is going to do. I did learn today that this motion has gone before the court before, and it has not been granted. Of course, Romeo again, as I said, Romeo Pinkerton again, he pled guilty. Darnell Hartsfield's conviction has been upheld by the appeals courts. So, you know, we're kind of in this new area now as to where this may or may not go.
So let's say a judge decides that this DNA evidence could in fact be retested. Could this lead to a new set of trials?
You know, it's hard to say at this point. I will tell you what the district attorney told me earlier today. While they are very sensitive to DNA evidence because it has overturned convictions across the country in the last few years, they feel rock solid about this case.
Absolutely. It's a case we have been following here at the Tyler Morning Telegraph for decades now. Kenneth has been part of that coverage for a long time, so a story we'll definitely keep on top of. This is Danny Mogle. This has been your afternoon update.